to give us an in-depth look at this booming multi-million-dollar industry. Carly?
Thanks, Natalie. Cultivators and dispensaries are opening up all across the state, and many of them are excited to offer this medicine to patients all over Maryland.
That plant would accumulate a lot of heavy metal and might make somebody.
Like a lot of retirees, Mike Klein was looking for new ways to stay busy.
It was something to do after I polished my shoes and fixed all of the broken things in the house.
After 9 years in retirement, Klein has taken on a new challenge. He's now part of the state's medical marijuana community. Klein is one of the owners of Open Wellness Solutions in Frederick County, the state's first medical marijuana dispensary. He thought he'd be a part of a new market and make some money.
Most folks think that you put a marijuana seed in the ground and a money tree grows. In fact, we expect to lose money for 3 years.
But Klein says he realizes his investment is more about helping others.
Every afternoon, I see our senior pharmacist, Arnie, walk out and hug a patient. Or even better, sometimes they'll hug him.
But Klein says he's frustrated that the University of Maryland's pharmacy school canceled its medical marijuana training courses in September.
Most of the people who are in the cannabis industry throughout the country got most of their cannabis training in the playground behind the gym in high school.
In a written statement, the University of Maryland at Baltimore tells Capital News Service that the decision to cancel training was, quote, due to legal concerns about United States law and does not reflect any school concerns about the substantive content of the course materials. Patrick Jameson, the executive director of Maryland's Medical Cannabis Commission, says there is no requirement in the law that cultivators or dispensaries have a pharmacist on site.
Well, they're allowed to have a clinical director according to the law. They're allowed to have a doctor, a physician, a nurse practitioner, or a pharmacist are allowed to be clinical directors for these dispensaries.
Phil Goldberg is one of the licensed medical marijuana cultivators in the state. He says he knows his employees can get the training they need. It just won't be from the state's flagship university.
It's definitely disappointing. It adds some legitimacy to the medical cannabis program in Maryland.
This room alone holds over 2,100 plants, which is approximately about 450 pounds of medical marijuana. Now you do the math. Each pound is worth about $3,500.
That works out to be about $1.4 million. Goldberg says he also saw medical cannabis as a smart business venture. But, like Mike Klein, Goldberg says he's come to realize it's really about the patients.
Some of them had cancer and are no longer with us. Their fight and their struggle became our fight and our struggle.
And Phil Goldberg of Greenleaf Medical told us his plants should be ready by the end of this year. Reporting live from the University of Maryland College Park, I'm Carly Kempler. Back to you, Laura.